Dreaming is something we all do, but turning those dreams into reality is a path few are willing to walk. What makes the difference? Is merely wishing enough? The truth, which many avoid facing, is that dreams require sacrifices, renunciations, and unwavering faith. And what if I told you that the secret to making those dreams come true is closer to your reach than you imagine? Perhaps you're looking for answers in the wrong place, or maybe you haven't understood the real price to pay. In this content, we'll uncover the essential steps for your dreams to stop being just a distant idea and become a tangible reality. Get ready for a journey of transformation, where each word might be the push you need to finally achieve what you desire most. For a dream to become reality, it often requires giving up things that initially seem essential. Renunciation isn't just about abandoning something, but about investing your heart in something greater, something truly worthwhile. Imagine someone who wants to succeed in their career but knows they need to sacrifice some nights of leisure to study and prepare. This is the kind of renunciation that, in the end, will bring a much greater reward. It's not easy, of course, but it is in this process that true character is shaped. Being strong during the journey is crucial, as challenges will be abundant. Sometimes you might feel like you're fighting alone, but this is where the importance of placing your trust in something greater, like God, comes in. He provides the strength needed to continue, even when everything seems to be falling apart. Think of everyday situations where inner strength is tested, like when a mother works tirelessly to support her family, even in the most challenging times. This strength, which seems unshakable, actually comes from faith and the hope that better days will come. Waiting patiently on God is perhaps the greatest challenge of all. In a world where everything seems urgent and instantaneous, patience has become a rare virtue. However, it is precisely this patience that allows things to bloom at the right time. It's not about standing still, waiting for something to happen, but rather about acting with the certainty that the final result will come at the perfect moment. A good example of this is someone who plants a tree and patiently waits for it to grow and bear fruit. The wait may be long, but the final result is always sweet. Overcoming challenges is an inevitable part of the journey towards our dreams, and there is no doubt that these challenges can be immense. When discouragement knocks on the door, it's common to feel like your strength is fading, that the path has become too heavy. But it is precisely in these moments that faith in God becomes the necessary fuel to continue. Imagine an athlete training for a marathon. He knows he will face moments of extreme exhaustion, but his determination and faith push him to keep going, step by step, until he reaches the finish line. Opposition, on the other hand, often comes disguised as criticism, disbelief, and even from people close to you who don't understand your vision. In these moments, it's easy to question your own abilities, but it's crucial to remember that true strength comes from within, anchored in something greater. When adversities arise, instead of retreating, it's essential to advance with courage. An example of this is when an entrepreneur faces failures in their business. The resilience to continue, even in the face of difficulties, is a testament to the strength that relies on faith and resilience. It's not just about overcoming external challenges, but also dealing with internal battles, like fear and insecurity. These feelings may seem too big to overcome, but by placing your trust in God, the sense that anything is possible grows. It's like a student feeling intimidated by a difficult exam. Instead of succumbing to the pressure, he turns to prayer and preparation, knowing that he is doing his part and trusting that God will do the rest. And so, step by step, he overcomes the challenges that arise in his path. Hope in God's promises is a light that guides us amid life's uncertainties. Looking at the stories of biblical figures like Noah, Abraham, and Joseph, it becomes clear that patience and trust in God were fundamental for them to see the promises fulfilled. Noah, for example, built an ark for years without any evidence that the flood would come, solely trusting in God's word. This unshakable faith teaches us to wait, even when the signs aren't evident. Abraham, in turn, received the promise that he would be the father of a great nation, even when everything around him said otherwise. He and his wife Sarah were elderly, and the idea of having a child seemed impossible. Yet, Abraham believed and waited, and the promise was fulfilled in God's time. This story reminds us that, often, The fulfillment of our dreams requires patience beyond the ordinary because God's timing is perfect, even if it doesn't align with our urgency. Joseph is another powerful example of hope in God's promises. He was sold as a slave, imprisoned unjustly, and yet he kept his faith. Throughout all the years of adversity, Joseph waited, trusting that God was in control. In the end, he became a great leader, seeing God's promises fulfilled in his life in an extraordinary way. Joseph's story inspires us not to give up, even when the paths seem difficult, because God's promises always come true, often in ways we can't even imagine. We've reached the end of this journey, but in truth, it is just beginning for you. What will you do with all this knowledge? Will you set it aside, or will you apply it in your life, starting today to shape the future you desire? The key is in your hands, and it's up to you to decide whether you will use it to open the doors in front of you. Think, how much longer are you willing to wait for your dreams? Change starts now with the small decisions you make every day. And if, along the way, discouragement appears, remember that strength and patience are your allies, guided by a faith that never fails. Now, I challenge you to take the next step. Subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications to keep learning and strengthening yourself. Each new video will be another step in the direction of your dreams. Don't wait any longer. Start transforming your life now.